Hello everybody, I'm Kelly James Barker. You're watching Spotlight on the Ozarks. My guest tonight is somebody that I've worked with a lot, and her name is Jackie Kennedy. And so you don't want to miss tonight's show. Come right back after these messages and watch Jackie Kennedy.
Here we are at JR's and we've got lots of boots. You want wild and crazy? Or we've got nice brown traditional boots for that good old cowboy. Come on in. You can not only find great Western wear at JR's, but you can find great CDs by Kelly Lee James. My best babe.
He's an old bronc rider, just an old bullfighter. Lord, I watched him. And we're back after that message, and Jackie Kennedy, welcome.
Thank you, Kelly.
Well, we've worked together a lot, haven't we?
If you call it working.
Yeah, well, we've messed a lot of stuff up.
We have.
This ought to be a good show, you know. A lot of times I'll interview folks, and you know, I've never really worked with them or anything. So, but I'm interviewing somebody tonight that we've actually done a lot together. Now, you never really did any acting though till what, 2-3 years? About 3 years ago?
Is it that obvious?
No, no. I'm just saying. No. What was it? Where I contacted you? This is 2019, and that year was 2016.
I believe so. I got a message from you that said, "Hey, my actress called in sick," which I'm not sure if that's a true story or not.
No, it was.
And you asked me if I could come in and fill in for one show.
I did. Yeah.
And I think you remember I messaged you back and I said, "Kelly, I've never done any acting before, so you get what you get."
And I told you that that's what I do. Also, I train. You know, I said you can do this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been here ever since.
Yeah. Well, it's over there now. We're over here. So, but yeah, no, it was a true story. She didn't show up, and well, she got a hold of me and said she was sick, and I don't remember who she was now. But anyway, so I'm looking through Facebook. I'm like, because we were scheduled to shoot. And I'm looking for somebody. I thought, man, I know that one's busy, and this one's not really the part. You were my friend on Facebook, and I saw you, and I went, I wonder if Jackie could do anything. So I got a hold of you, and you come over, and lo and behold, you did.
Then I finished the rest of that season too.
You did, yeah.
I had a regular. In fact, went out as one of the
cast members.
Yeah. So yeah.
You did like show 7. There's 13 episodes. You did show 7, and then went out with show 11, 12, 13.
And then I became the bad guy.
Yeah, well, you and me both. You and me both, yeah. I don't know how that happened. I played a dual part.
Yeah.
The name of that show was, the original name of it was...
We Have Guests at the Front Door.
Yeah, We Have Guests at the Front Door. And then we renamed it, and we call it now, it's the...
I'm hungry.
I don't know if you heard that or not. Jackie needs to eat. So when we go to commercial, anyway, we changed it to the Bentleys of Watkins Glen.
Right.
And they can watch that show on Ink Family TV, Ink TV, 10 TV, and Rabbit Ears TV on ROKU Television.
Yes.
And of course, you're watching this on Roku on the Farm and Ranch channel.
I have Roku.
Do you?
I do.
Do you watch this?
I do.
Ain't that fun?
It is.
I don't watch myself a lot, but you know.
Well, I have several different shows on several different channels.
You do, and you're going to have more because you're going to have the you are Kelly James and the Folk Reviews on those same channels, and then like I say, this show is on the Farm and Ranch channel. So
and the Chronicles of Dark Wolf Manor.
That's on Betamax TV and ROKU Television. So yeah, you're like the Roku queen.
Well, in certain contexts, that can be bad.
But how about that? But now the Chronicles of Dark Wolf Manor. Kind of tell our folks out there about that. What did you have fun doing that? And tell them what you ended up doing on that show, because we actually filmed the show,
right? And
then we wanted to give it another depth, so we made it like they do the old movies. They have the horror host,
right?
And so that's what you did, along with some of your other actors, so you might name them off.
So you actually had filmed the previous show.
The series.
The series. And so when you contacted me, basically what I did was I came in and I introduced the show and described the scene that we were going to do next.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a neat role just because of the fact that I got to play like a vampirist. But I was, what, thousands of years old?
Yeah, well, no, it was 200 years
200
down the road. Yeah, it's still pretty old.
It was still pretty old.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got to dress up and couldn't even tell it was me. That you?
No, I know. You had that mask on. And
Yeah, long hair. And,
yeah, you was hot. I might be old.
And I even tried an accent, so anyway.
Yeah, we won't go there.
Yep.
But you did good.
Yeah.
And everybody likes that. And now, name off some of the other artists or the actors that was on there with you. Played the family.
Yeah, so we worked with Matthew Story.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we worked with Daniel Green.
Yeah.
We worked with Vern Leeper.
Yeah.
Who's pretty much a regular sometimes on.
Yeah, well, now, you know, Vern and Matthew, they both played, excuse me, you need to eat, and I've already ate. They played a dual part.
Yes.
So Vern was actually Uncle Sebastian, and then he was Uncle Milton.
Yes, Uncle Milton.
On your part.
Yes.
So the original show was called The Legend of Dark Wolf Manor.
Right.
With all of the actors, and then we brought you guys in and we did this other layer to it. And that's really what made the show, I think, acceptable for why it's on now.
Well, and it was really, really kind of funny because we've got a lot of comedy out of that, you know, referring back between Matthew and Vern.
Yeah.
To their old characters.
So the guy kind of looked like cousin or whatever his name was, you know, like, and Matthew, I don't see it. I'm much better looking than he is.
Yeah, that was.
Said all of our family was trailer trash.
Yes.
You could write Matthew a script, but he didn't always stick with it.
Nope, but it always turned out good.
It did, usually. Yeah, usually it did, yeah. So then you started on my shows, our productions, on what is now the Bentleys of Watkins Glen. And you played, what was your character?
On the Bentleys of Watkins. Oh my goodness, you had to ask me. Oh, I will have to think of it. But I ended up being a news anchor. Yeah.
But you were the same lady. Well, when the original show, you were a show host, remember? Mm-hmm. And so you hosted a show like this kind of on the news channel.
Right.
So and then that's what you ended up doing. What was her name?
Dang it! It was a Lily.
Lily Paris.
Yes.
I wrote the script. I can't. It's been a while back. Hey, we're getting ready to do a new show too.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah, probably. It's Everything Hippies.
Oh, that'll be right up our alley.
Okay, yeah. So shouldn't be that. And Mike, the cameraman, is going to say hi, Mike.
He said hi.
Anyway, he's going to be a hippie. So. What's that, Mike? Can you read lips?
I can't.
What's that?
Nothing but hippies.
Oh, nothing but hip. What did I say?
Everything hippies.
Well, I was close.
But I guess it's the same thing, right?
Yeah,
nothing
pretty
but
much.
Or everything.
Nothing but hip. I don't know. We got all kinds of stuff. We used to play this hippie. Me and you remember another guy that played with you was had the big beard, Donnie Mae.
Yes.
And Donnie and I played on Kelly's Country Junction, which is also seen here on the Farmer Ranch channel. We played hippies.
Those were back in the day.
Yeah, and we played these hippies on Kelly's Country Junction. I was like, "Whoa, man!" I said, "I got us some money for Saturday night, man." He goes, "Where'd you get it?" I said, "I sold the van, man." So I got $300. He goes, "Oh, well, wait a minute." He said, "If you sold the van, well, we need the money for it." I'm looking in the air. I'm like, "Hell, wait a minute. I know where there's a van for sale."
You're not going to make me wear bell bottoms, are you?
Would you?
I'll think about that one.
That'd be fun. And then on the Kelly James in the 70s Review, you're the host. And along with a couple of others, Stephen Hill and different ones. But Stephen, got sick. And so he's on the mend. Mm-hmm. So we're glad for that. And then, of course, Frank, he's running in Branson a lot. So.
Right, and I really enjoy that show because, you know, just seeing all the amazing talent that, you know, is just here locally. And I mean, it's not just local, but...
Yeah, but there's a bunch of them from here.
Right.
So, like Jordan Wood. Yeah, and Jordan is spelt with an A, as a matter of fact.
Jordan with an A.
That's right.
Now, don't you have him on an upcoming show?
That's what I was going to say. He's going to be on the...
Am I still in your line?
On next week's show, yeah, he'll be on there. So I think they're telling us that we're going to go to a break here. But when we come back, I want to talk about another show we did together. It's not on Roku yet, but it will be. I guarantee it will be. It's called the Amateurs Backstage Theater.
And I'm sure that you're going to have lots of bloopers from that one.
Well, we'll have some clips we'll bring in. So we'll be back with my guest, Jackie Kennedy, right after this messages.
Hello folks, my name's Jason Richardson. I'm the lead guitar player for Kelly's Country Junction, and I'm here to tell you about MJT Guitars, made in Carthage, Missouri. If you would like a custom-made vintage-style guitar, then you need to talk to Mark Jenny. He'll help you out with the style, feel, and sound you are looking for. They specialize in custom-made finishes and are priced affordable, made with you in mind for the perfect sound and fit. MJT Guitars, made for the working man.
And we're back after those messages with my guest tonight, Jackie Kennedy, on Spotlight on the Ozarks. Jackie, when we went off the air, when we went to commercial, we may be off the air. When we went off to commercial and back, we're going to talk when we come back about another show that we did together called the Amateurs Backstage Theater.
Yes.
So, and one of you is a lot of characters, but one of your characters was what?
I was Louise Capps.
Yeah, and I was Charlie.
Yes, and that was a funny show.
Yeah, that was a good show. It was a little
That
ornery.
was kind of one of our recurring ones that we did every week. It kind of got a lot of traction.
We got 10 full episodes out of it, I think.
Yep.
So, yeah, and it was, I enjoyed it. So, we'll be on Roku with that show one of these days. I don't know just where, but
I think we could have just done the Charlie Capps show and done fine.
We might ought to do some Charlie Capps shows and just pitch it. That was really funny. Oh, and what was funny, the funniest thing was all of us guys and all of us people from the Ozarks trying to talk like we were from England.
Yeah, and I came across with the New Jersey accent.
It's like Lois Capps did not even come from England. She is from the Bronx or something.
Yeah, kind of blended with some other stuff. Yeah.
And I would start off in England, which I've already told the people, and end up in Ireland.
Yes.
You know, like, Lois, dear, would you please tell me that I'm in Ireland?
Charlie Capps.
I remember it one, and I don't know if I can find the clip or not, but it's where we tried to do, my line was to look at you and go, Lois, dear, if you've already got 35 quid, what do you want with me 5? And then your line was supposed to be, I don't want you 5, love. Right. Something else. But anyway, if I could find that, we spent all afternoon and we did one blooper after another, just trying to get those lines in rehearsal.
That was the best. And you post that sometimes, and I have to watch it over and over
If
again.
I could find some of that, I would like to post that. But I'll tell you what we are going to do. Let's go. I'll definitely put some of the Charlie Capps and the Lois. We're going to show some clips, and then we'll come right back here after this. Here's some clips from Charlie Capps and Lois Capps, and it's called Life or Living with Charlie Capps. something like that. You have to watch
If you only knew.
Yeah. So we'll be back after this. Watch these clips.
Charlie Capps.
Yes, love.
What are you going to do for our 25th wedding anniversary?
I was just thinking about that. How about I send you to the States?
I actually kind of like that. What about our 50th?
How about I come back over and get you? It's the best, right?
Good evening, friends, and welcome to another episode of the Chronicles of Dark Wolf Manor. Cadbury, how are you tonight?
I'm doing splendid, Mom. I was so excited I could not sleep last night.
Excited, Cadbury? About tonight's show?
Oh, yes, Mom. Tonight we find out more of Queen Alicia, your great aunt, not your grandmother.
Stop, Cadbury. You're getting too far ahead of yourself.
Very well, Mom. I'm so excited. I'm even excited to see Cousin Wolfington.
Yes, Cousin Wolfington. I see you're still sporting the somewhat human look.
Oh, yes, my queen. I too am excited about tonight's episode. I must agree with Cadbury. It's getting way juicy.
And yes, sir, Uncle Sebastian makes his first appearance tonight. That is when we see his face.
Trust me if I'm wrong, but doesn't he look a lot like Uncle Milton? Just saying.
Stop, you two. You're getting way far ahead of the viewers. We must start tonight's episode before the two of you give everything away.
Of course, Mom. And may I have the honor of introducing tonight's episode?
Yes, Cadbury. You may introduce tonight's episode.
Aww, why does he get to introduce it?
Cousin Wolfington, you may introduce the next scene.
Ooh, goody! Or, as Cadbury would say, good show, Mum.
Shall we join tonight's show, Mom?
Which happens to be episode 9.
Yes, Mom. Young Stephanie is on her way to bed when she hears a rather ghostly sound.
So when might we expect that write-up in your column?
No worries. As soon as I get back home, I'm going to get started on it.
Splendid, splendid. Oh, well, hello, Mr. Parker. You certainly wiped the floor with a lot of them, didn't you?
Yeah. Excuse me, Miss Lily, but I was wondering if I could make this up to you. Would you do me the honor of having dinner with me tonight?
Oh, that would be so nice. Can I talk to you guys later about the column? Can you excuse me while I go get my coat?
Well, only us.
Yeah. I miss those days.
I like that one that we showed. The one about where are you gonna take me? And I said America, out of the States, or whatever. And he said, so what are you give me for our 50th anniversary? So I'll come over and pick you up.
And I didn't say what I wanted to say.
No. Well, there was a script. So,
I know. And you always seem to get to write them.
That's how I got the girls. Okay, now let's move on though a little bit. We'll come back to maybe some of the acting and stuff, and I'm getting ready to do another show, but anyway, for now, let's go to what do you actually do for a living that actually pays money?
I was going to say that actually brings in a paycheck.
Yeah, because
I'm still waiting on that.
If you just had the acting stuff, we'd all be living down at the Mission.
Yes, exactly, and that might be okay. No, actually,
a new show, Life at the Mission.
Be better. Never mind.
Okay.
Anyway,
what do you do for a living?
So I actually work for one of the best kept secrets in Joplin, Missouri. story, or at least it was, when I started there, because I had no clue. But I work at Eagle Picture Technologies.
Okay.
And I'm actually a program manager for space batteries.
Wow.
So some of my main programs, I've got the Mars 2020 program. I've got the Orion program.
What's that? I mean, can you talk about it?
Sure, yeah. So Mars.
Is this top secret? What?
So Mars 2020 is the rover. It's built off the original Mars mission. And so it'll be launched in 2020 again, and I have 3 batteries on that one.
Wow.
And then Orion is the next manned space mission that's supposed to send men farther than they've ever been sent before.
Wow.
So we're making the batteries for that.
Wow.
Anyway, I've got several things, several programs, Venus, Europa Lander. Anyway, every GPS battery up there is powered by Eagle Picture, and several of those have been my programs. So anytime you're using GPS on your phone, which I know you don't do.
No.
You don't even stop and ask for directions.
I get there.
But that's what I do that brings me in a paycheck, and I love every minute of it.
And how about your family now? You're not just married to Charlie Capps.
No, I haven't.
You actually have a husband.
I do have a husband.
A real one.
Yeah. So we'll be married 25 years this year.
25 years. I can't get a woman for 25 minutes.
Well, I won't. Anyway, I got nowhere to go with that. Hey,
I'm Charlie Capps,
I was going to say, I've spent 8 or 9 hours with you. And anyway.
I'm so ready to go home. Folks, I'm not lying. She is actually, there's been days she put her hands around my neck. I've got pictures.
I didn't know we were filming.
Yes,
so,
right.
Anyway.
Now, what about, I know you have a pride and joy. You got children.
Yes.
A boy and a girl?
I do. My daughter will be 25 this year, and my son will be 20. Well, he is 23. Just turned 23.
You don't look old enough to have a 25-year-old.
Well, thank you. Yeah. And a 2-year-old grandbaby and another one on the way. And gosh, I just, being a grandparent is the best thing in the whole world.
I can tell. I watch you post all that stuff. And
she's my partner in crime.
She's like, she looks just like you, but she's this tall.
Yeah, she's my little mini.
She had this purse the other day, you filmed it, and she had like a purse, and she's carrying that purse along, and it's dragging on the ground almost, so little, she's just walking on that purse.
Yeah, so Grandma enrolled her in dance class, and she decided that very first day she wasn't too sure about it. Boy, she headed out the door.
Oh, no.
It's kind of like her grandma.
Yeah, I've tried to dance before, too.
Yes.
And how'd that work?
Well, I have 2 left feet. I took ballet when I was a young kid, and they go one way and I go the other way, and
That describes me walking. No worries going. Where are you going? Come back. That's crazy. Well, so how long have you lived in Joplin?
I've lived here for 25 years.
Okay.
So.
Where did you all come from originally when you were born?
So I was born in Jefferson City and raised in California, which is an interesting story.
California?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I did. I lived in several different places, started in Pasadena, ended up in the Bay Area, and then my parents decided it'd be a good idea to move to Tulsa, Tulsa to Joplin, and then they moved to St. Louis.
Okay.
And I turned 18, and I said, I'm getting off the crazy train. You guys can go to St. Louis. I'll stay here in Joplin.
Yeah.
So.
I lived in Tulsa. That's where I was born.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that either.
Yeah. So I lived in Tulsa a lot, quite a while. But
I went to high school there.
Okay. No, I didn't go to high school. I went to high school.
You didn't go to high school, Kelly.
No, I went to high school. I didn't go there. I didn't go to Tulsa. Oh, gosh.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. High school, what's that? I dropped out in grade school. Actually, I did quit high school, and I got a GED. That's how I finished my school, because I want to go play music.
Right.
So.
Well, and I actually was homeschooled my last 2 years, so I had to get a GED too. So.
Okay. Well, see, if you got a GED, there's still hope. Well,
then they look at us and they're like, stay in school.
We may be the poster children for you better stay in school.
Yeah.
But I went to Oral Roberts University, and after I got graduated and everything, so I had a lot of fun, learned stuff. But I quit school so I could go play music and stuff, and started acting. I always loved acting, but I started my little acting career in about 1992.
Wow.
So about, 26 years ago, whatever it's been.
Yep.
20, yeah. So I'm glad you are in these shows, and you've really come a long way.
Yeah, well, thank you, and thank you for the opportunity. And, you know, it's if you haven't ever done it before and it's something you want to do, it just kind of takes you outside of your comfort zone. Not that I had one to begin with. Most people will tell you, but anyway, it's good.
That's like you and Kimberly. You introduced me to another fine little gal actress, Kimberly Burke.
Brungard.
Was it?
Brungard.
Bunkard, yeah. That's it. That's it.
You'll get it someday.
Yeah. Well, I know her on Facebook. She's my friend. But anyway, when you introduced me to her, you were both. Well, I tell you, she was drunk. Is what she was. Yeah, both of you was plastered. And she goes, I want to introduce you to. No, you wasn't that bad. Hey, Kelly, I want to introduce you to this girl. And she's like, I don't know what you want. She's talking like she's from England.
Right. Yeah.
She did a good job.
Yeah, she does an amazing job.
Yeah, we need to get her on the show.
Yeah. She is. Oh, on this show.
On this show.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah, no, she was on the
Amateur Backstage Theater.
Amateur Backstage Theater, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking over at our timekeeper, make sure we don't go over. I'm always going over the time. So how much time we got? 1 minute. What do you want to say? Well, we're going to come back with a 3-minute wrap-up, but if you got anything that you want to tell the folks, where are you going to be appearing at this week?
I'm going to be appearing right here at this studio on Kelly James and the Folk Review.
That's right, yeah, right here. Yeah, we did, and this is the studio and the wall that we did Amateur Backstage Theater in.
Yep, well, every show, mostly.
Yeah, and I'm learning green screen, so we're going to start going all around the world now on green screen. Yeah, it's going to be cool.
And Roku, don't forget Roku.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, Roku. I mean, that's what keeps us alive.
Right.
It's our heartbeat.
Yep.
So yeah, cool. Well, we're going to go to this message, and we'll be back right after this with my guest Jackie Kennedy, and we're having too much fun.
Hello, friends. This is Rodney Lay Jr. Are you hankering for some good country cooking? Well, look no further than the Highway 59 Cafe just north of Diamond, Missouri. Visit Miss Renee, Deb, and all the fine staff there. They also have an event center for class reunions or any large indoor event you have coming up. Yep, Highway 59 Cafe. Where the food is good and the coffee is always hot. 3 miles north of Diamond, Missouri.
And we're back after those commercial breaks. Our commercials are the best.
They are.
I don't know what it was, but
I was hoping it was clips of us.
Yeah. I bet we can arrange that.
I know the director.
Yeah, I do too. Where is he anyway? But we were talking about some of the shows that we're going to be doing. So I cut my words off doing. Mm-hmm. We're going to be doing this show. So, yeah. I think you need to go back into that long black dress that we did the Chronicles of Dark Wolf Manor in.
Hey, we could bring that in on the hippie show.
Well,
every hippie show needs a vampirist.
I've got, just you and me could do this. And we don't need nobody. We just come in here and we don't need Mike. Well, you can come, Mike, you can come along. We don't need nobody. Just you and me. And I've got tons of movies that are free range, or they're, what do you call them? Public domain.
Right.
And they're all old horror.
Yeah.
We could do that and then probably get on another one of the horror stations.
All right. Yeah. That could be the horror queen.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what you are. You know, so. But I know when you were working with Matthew and them, and that was just really a lot of fun. And it showed, though. I mean, that was kind of like magic. You and Matthew and Daniel and Vern just sort of all really worked good together.
And, you know, it was really nice calling them silly boys all the time.
Yeah, well, they really were.
Yeah.
Cameras went off, and they were just about goofy, you know.
Yep.
So, but and that's the Chronicles of Dark Wolf Manor, and it just added such another layer to that show. But now you and I are doing, Kelly James and the Folk Review. Our 70s review, as you say a lot.
You introduced that into my mind.
I did. We was going to have the 70s review at first, you know, and then we ended up with Folk Review. But our newest show that's going to be coming in a couple of months, hopefully if all goes right, we'll keep doing these. But we're going to do one that's called, what is it, Mike? Everything hippie?
Nothing but hippies.
Nothing but hippies. I don't know where I keep getting everything's hippies. Nothing but hippies. So can you wear some bell bottoms?
I'm going to have to, and I'm going to have to get some hair, I guess.
Yeah,
hair.
Well, I'm letting my hair grow, so I'll have ponytail before it's all over it. But hair on top, yeah, I ain't got none of that, so it's not going to happen.
We can pull out the afros.
Yeah, we've got wigs over there.
Yeah.
I can, yeah.
Yeah.
I did that on shows before.
Yeah.
I'm pretty hot, too.
I know, I love them.
I want you have to keep your hands out of my hair. My guest tonight has been Jackie Kennedy. Jackie, thank you, sweetie.
Always a pleasure, Kelly.
And we'll be back with another show next week of Spotlight on the Ozarks. So just join us. And see, that went off, and what that's telling us is it's time to go.
You're not supposed to let it run out.
We'll see you next week.